power. And Canelo is a guy that has power but is constantly working on it. There's a great clip of him working with Andy Ruiz, and they're that shield, that weird hand shield that they hold up
when you hold
for hooks.
Yeah.
And he's like, this is not for speed, this is just power. He's like, don't try to be fast with this, just power. And you see him just, hey, boom, hey, boom.
It's different. Canelo using single punch. Yeah, he put full his energy and he punched once, and it's hurt also.
Crawford will lose to Canelo. Boxing experts caution Canelo delivers incredible blows. This is the reason. Dmitry Bivol, a Russian fighter who is close to Canelo, reveals that strength isn't the only factor in Canelo's power. It also depends on timing, strategy, and positioning. Canelo is adept at timing his blows to deal the most damage. His blows aren't just forceful. Additionally, they are positioned perfectly and dismantle his opponents one by one.
I could compare like with the Canelo, yeah? He put all his energy, all his power on single punch. And yeah, maybe single punch sometimes he's harder, Canelo, yeah, than Better Beef. Because Better Beef didn't do like, yeah, Better Beef was more like close and compact. Yeah, but if you ask them, let's do like 5 punches, yeah? Better Beef, every punch will be hard. With Canelo, maybe first hard, and then not, both of them are strong, but Better Beef is bigger and he bored strong.
After their altercation, Edgar Berlanga assigns Canelo a power rating. Berlanga didn't offer any surprises. He provided a frank assessment of Canelo's destructive power up close. He talked about how Canelo's punches changed the battle completely because of their speed and velocity.
I'll say he is the hardest, for sure. One of the fighters that hit very hard was Angulo. You know, he's a Cuban guy and he punched very hard too. So I'll say both of them are like the same, but you know, with Canelo, I was just mentally ready for his shots. You know, I already told myself, I know I'm gonna get hit. I know I'm gonna get hit on my chin, but it's, you know, I gotta bite down on my mouthpiece and push. You know, and look what happened in the third round. I got hit with a left hook. Practicing in camp the whole time, you know, keeping my right hand to my chin, and I wound up just moving, and he connected right on my chin. And you see how I punched my glove. You know, that's like a thing for me when my last time when I got dropped, I was punching my gloves. I'm like, damn, I got hit with a shot. I'm not supposed to be on the floor. But you know, it comes to boxing. You know, the greats done got dropped.
A timeless truth that breaks through the cacophony is even revealed by the legend's voice, Bernard Hopkins.
As my quote from the history of boxing, a good big man will always be a good little man. So I'm going with the big man.
He has experienced the hardships, felt the blows, and been through the conflicts. Bernard Hopkins is now emphasizing an old-fashioned fact. The ring is still dominated by size. Julio Cesar Chavez rushed into the conversation as we were getting deeper into the subject and got right into the fray. In reality, he is only insulting people by saying that he disagrees with Bozen's assertion that size matters and that physics alone is not enough. In short, things simply got out of hand.
Se me hace una pelea muy dispareja, ¿me entiendes? Una pelea... mira, Crawford es un gran peleador, ¿me entiendes? Eso nadie lo duda y todo el mundo lo sabemos. Pero en su peso, ¿me entiendes? Ya subir 3 divisiones es ir por el dinero, ¿me entiendes? De que le va a dar pelea a Canelo, le va a dar pelea, pero de que le va a ganar, no hay por dónde.
Canelo, I think Canelo has a very good punch, and he's used to knocking out bigger guys, naturally bigger guys. He's coming from 200. Crawford's coming from, what, 54? It's 2 weight classes. And sometimes putting on that weight, it depends how you put on that weight too, man. Because you can put on that weight and get tired. And your body ain't used to carrying that much weight around. So, I mean, we'll see. We'll see. You know what I'm saying? I'm leaning more towards Canelo.
Lonnie B warns that weight might still be Crawford's downfall if Canelo's stature and strength prove to be his biggest obstacle. And as everyone's emotions begin to surge, Demetrius Andrade surprises them all. Despite his support for Crawford, he said he does not believe Crawford will prevail in the bout.
My opinion is my opinion. Yeah. I don't think Crawford can beat Canelo. But do I think he can give him a good fight? And I'll be sitting there rooting for Crawford all day. I'm put all my money. I'm always going to bet on black, always. But in reality of it, I just think Canelo knows how to fight. He knows how to come in big, and he can throw hard shots. He's a technical guy too.
Andrade isn't attempting to downplay this. He believes that Crawford won't make it through the end. Although he clearly likes Bud, he doesn't see it happening because, in his opinion, Canelo's stature, strength, and ring IQ are too great. This has nothing to do with emotions. The truth is at issue. Andrade also intensified his attack by bringing up the smoke he produced during the Charlo battle.
When it comes to weight and power, man, that shit is real, you know? And then skills too, skill level too. Like Canelo's not a pushover. Look what he did to the little girl Charlo. You know what I'm saying? Like Charlo, big bad wolf, and he ran the whole night off of a couple of hooks. Like shit, Canelo threw a couple of hooks and he just ran all night. It's like, where's that? You know, let's fight. I think Crawford has the skills, but when it comes to start getting shots and blocking them power shots, and Canelo knows how to move too. He has agility. It's not like a robot. I mean, it's gonna be tough.
This goes beyond weight alone. This is an issue of unadulterated strength and the capacity to seize souls. Canelo's forceful blows are not the only thing. He deflates players and steals their hearts. When Charlo lost it during the fight, Andrade was sitting ringside. Furthermore, he doesn't think Crawford, even one who has been primed, can simply walk through that fire. It has nothing to do with skill. It literally involves surviving a storm that has been meticulously crafted to destroy you. Andrade doesn't think this will be a close battle. He considers this to be a beating. Chavez is not merely biased in favor of Canelo. Any hope for Crawford was shut down by him. He's seen enough and has been here too long.
Honest opinion is I think he's going to be too small. You know, Canelo is still Canelo, you know. I think Crawford is probably number one pound for pound. But what pound for pound means if they were all in the same weight class. They are not in the same weight class. I mean, 147 to, he just moved up, right? I can still say he just moved up from 147 to 168. There are weight classes for a reason. Now, if they were in the same weight class, then it's a different story. It'll be a way more competitive fight, but they're not. You know what I mean? So I think Canelo's gonna win.
This goes beyond weight alone. This is an issue of unadulterated strength and the capacity to seize souls. Canelo's forceful blows are not the only thing. He deflates players and steals their hearts. When Charlo lost it during the fight, Andrade was sitting ringside. Furthermore, he doesn't think Crawford, even one who has been primed, can simply walk through that fire. It has nothing to do with skill. It literally involves surviving a storm that has been meticulously crafted to destroy you. Andrade doesn't think this will be a close battle. He considers this to be a beating. Chavez is not merely biased in favor of Canelo. Any hope for Crawford was shut down by him. He's seen enough and has been here too long.
Canelo's smart. Absolutely, he's smart. He knows this business as well as anybody. So no, it's not surprising that Canelo learned from Floyd and has employed some of that in the retention of his career. Canelo still knows how to make fireworks when he absolutely has to make fireworks. But at the end of the day, he's a counterpuncher. He's a great defender. He has the most solid punch resistance of anybody in the sport. Nobody's ever knocked him off balance. Nobody's ever really knocked him down. There's only one official knockdown in his career, and it was because he bounced off the ropes when Jose Cotto hit him with a hard shot to the chest. And the referee employed a strict interpretation of the rules and said, oh, the ropes held you up, so that's a knockdown. He's never been put on his back by anybody. He rides horseback every morning. his legs are the strongest in the sport. You're not going to beat Canelo until somehow over a long period of time Canelo beats himself.
Canelo received a lot of acclaim for this. The explanation for Canelo's unique construction was taken from a textbook. Lampley covered a wide range of topics, including controlled aggression, superior ring IQ, tactical brilliance, and granite chin. He made a connection between the Floyd Mayweather defeat and Canelo's current clinical style of fighting. However, Lampley simply did not fit the skill set. He penetrated the psyche even farther.
Gets tired of all the discipline he has had to employ to make all the money he's made. If he has enough giant ranches in the Yucatan, if he has enough beautiful horses, if he has had enough unforgettable dinners with Mexican billionaires in Mexico City and Vegas, then maybe. But my guess is he will retire without incurring another loss, because it's important to him to do that. I do like him against Bud Crawford, but I do think that it's a great fight. Now, I could change my mind when we get closer. Bud Crawford, to me, is a latter-day Sugar Ray Robinson. He has the multiple skills of Sugar Ray Robinson. He can defend or attack. He has a deep inner mean streak that he can employ at any moment in a fight to get what he wants.
This is more than just a jump in weight class. It is risking a great deal of money, legacy, and danger. It sounds absurd to jump classes from 147 to 168 without taking a detour at 154, but it might be a last resort. Although the roughness is undoubtedly acknowledged, there is worry about the expense. Joe Rogan didn't mince words when he stated that Canelo is still an animal in the ring, even when he isn't performing at his best.
What do you think of Crawford-Canelo?
I love it.
Do you?
Yeah, I love it.
See, I don't.
Crawford wants to do it.
I don't love it.
Why?
I think it's Crawford's last fight, so I'm happy he's gonna cash out, and I'm rooting for him. But I would like to see him stay at 54 and fight Virgil Ortiz.
I'd like to see that too,
Yeah.
but the big money is Canelo.
I know.
And why not do it? I mean, what a ballsy move. You go 47 to 54 and you go right up to 68. That's crazy, because you're really not even at 54. He's taken the fight at 54. He took Majumov because it was a big fight. Wins another world title.
It was more than nostalgia. It served as a reminder of what Canelo still contributes. Without a doubt, Joe Rogan handed Crawford his roses. However, Canelo's tone quickly changed when the conversation shifted to his raw fighting ability. The sport is still plagued by memories of Amir Khan's devastating knockout and Billy Joe Saunders' face being shattered by an uppercut to the head.
Crawford's one of the best switch hitters, I think, since Marvin Hagler, and one of the most skillful boxers alive. And then you have Canelo, who probably isn't the same guy as he was just like a few years ago.
Right.
But still, one of the greatest of all time, still has brutal knockout power. You know, I mean, if you go back to like some of his, you know, like more impressive fights from a few years ago, like the Amir Khan KO, you know, like the Billy Joe Saunders KO, like those KO, like he's probably not that guy anymore.
Yeah.
But he's still young enough that he's still like pretty close to his prime and one of the best of all time.
Davis knows exactly what Canelo will contribute, and it isn't a change in weight class. Although Davis respected Crawford completely, he did not sugarcoat the facts. Focusing on Canelo is a nightmare. Davis anticipates that he will arrive quicker, more powerful, more intelligent, and aware of the cause he is fighting for. Keone Davis went back to the fundamentals of boxing in a self-aware moment. There is a purpose for weight divisions.
If I have to pick, if I had to pick, I'll put Canelo, just because of the weight disparity. You know, it's tough moving up that many weight classes. But if anybody could do it, it'll be Terence Crawford. You know, he's talented. He's a great fighter. He does everything well. He adjusts well. He has the mindset. Canelo's gonna come prepared. I think he's gonna be totally motivated for this fight. I think you're gonna see like a great Canelo. I think you're gonna see a great Crawford. He's trying to test himself and be the greatest. Like, I mean, if he wins this fight, I mean, he enters that GOAT conversation. So.
He put it succinctly. Dimensions are crucial. Greater weight indicates the presence of more tangible instruments in addition to your abilities. Additionally, there is power, bulk, and reach. What works at 147 does not always stand up at 168, as Keone Davis showed out rather plainly. Then arrived Juan Manuel Marquez, who backed Canelo without hesitation and exuded the cool assurance of a boxer. Definitely.
I don't like getting too much into that.
Right.
Weight class is there for a reason. And when you're lighter, you can do different things. When you're heavier, you can do different things. With weight classes come different tools that you can use. Heavyweights use more of their body weight. They can use their long reach for certain different things when they're fighting smaller heavyweights. You got guys in small weight classes, they can run off combinations. You can't really say would Chocolito be as great of a combination puncher in a super middleweight? Probably not.
Marquez cites every requirement that Canelo meets after noticing his championship DNA. His strength and experience are evident in the manner he defeats formidable opponents like William Skull. Marquez made it quite evident that dominance, not just titles, is at stake in this situation. He also saw the weight disparity and that even Crawford's exceptional talent might not be sufficient to close it.
Canelo Alvarez is a good fighter. He's a good fighter. He defeats he defends his titles against William Skull. William Skull is a good fighter, but I think the experience, the power, Canelo has everything.